first edition of the Cromeans Law Firm Courtney's Corner Attorney Breakdown. My name is Courtney Stricklen. I'm an associate attorney here at the law firm, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about liens. We do a lot of lien practice here at the Cromeans Law Firm, and we come across a lot of situations from contractors and subcontractors and owners about what to do if a lien is needed or if a lien needs to be removed. So I'm going to talk to you very briefly about some of the most common things that come up in our practice. The very first thing, if you're trying to file a lien, be very timely with your notices. Some people think that they have to wait until the project is over before they can send notice out of their payment, or that they're going to get ready to file a lien. As soon as you know you're not going to get paid, or you have not been paid, as soon as that payment deadline has passed, you need to send out your notices. You don't have to wait. Timeliness is really important. If you're a subcontractor, you've got to get those notices out to your general contractor and to your owner as soon as possible. If you're a general contractor, just make sure you've got those notices out to the owner as soon as possible. Sometimes that's a little bit flexible, but for the most part, err on the side of caution. As soon as you don't get paid, you need to be sending out some notices on payment. Also, constitutional liens. Sometimes people have questions about constitutional liens. They can be a really good tool to secure payment. However, constitutional liens are only valid if you happen to have a contract with the owner. Subcontractors who contract with the general contractor may not be able to file a constitutional lien unless there's some questions about whether or not the general contractor also is the owner. So the key here is, if you have a contract with the owner of the property, then you very well may be able to claim a constitutional lien on the property, and those are a little trickier to have removed, so you are probably looking at better security for your payment there. All right, next, homestead liens. Homestead liens are for those people who are working on a residential project, and we know with Harvey going around, there's a lot of this residential construction going on. It is particularly difficult to lien a homestead property. A lot of the times, they're exempted, and there's so many rules that go into it. If you feel like you need to file a lien on a homestead, you definitely want to see a professional. It's going to start off with your contract, and it's going to kind of depend on the language that you have in it. So you want to have somebody review that to make sure that you can secure it that way. There's a lot of language, so I don't have enough time in the day to go over what you need to do to secure a homestead lien, but I would definitely recommend seeing a professional if that's something that you regularly do business in. All right, next thing, filing your lien. There are deadlines as far as when you can file your lien, so you got to be real careful to make sure you fall within those deadlines. Also, make sure you're filing in the county where the work was performed. You don't want to file in the county where you live in. You don't want to file in the county where you do business in. It has to be filed in the county where you perform work, where the property is. So keep that in mind. And the last thing that I just want to touch on is public works projects, things like public schools or other schools, things like that, government-owned properties. These cannot be liened. You may have a bond claim, so you want to look into that bond information, but you cannot lien a public works property. It is against our public policy, it is against the law. So keep that in mind. If you like what you heard, or if this was helpful for you, I would appreciate your comments. So please feel free to comment. If there are particular things that you are interested in hearing about and learning more about, please also add that in the comments below. Thank you for joining me for the Cromeans Law Firm's very first attorney breakdown, and I will see you again soon.